What up, people? Pean back at you with another video with Mr. Money in the Bank, Squirrelz.
I don't have a briefcase, but I have a cardboard box.
Close enough. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Doing great, bro. Minus I had work.
It was good though, like after work to have a short pay-per-view.
Yeah, you're refreshing.
It was like, not counting the pre-show, total like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Was it shorter than Raw? I think it was shorter than Raw.
It was.
Okay, for people who didn't watch, the show ended at 9:24 p.m. exactly on the East Coast, which means it was about 6:24 p.m. on the West Coast. So people on the West Coast watched Money in the Bank from like 4 p.m. to 6:30-ish. If they didn't watch the pre-show, which I missed on the pre-show, was Jeff Hardy beat Cesaro, which we don't really have to talk about because neither of us watched it and we didn't do a prediction for it. So that's cool. Whatever. I heard it was a decent match. I heard it was pretty good. Our first match, though, on the main card was the SmackDown Tag Title match, and New Day won that one. So I got my prediction wrong. I went for the Forgotten Sons, which I don't like the Forgotten Sons personally. I think they're one of the more boring tag teams on the main roster. I thought it would be fresh to give them the title, but New Day got the win. I thought the match was just okay. What did you think?
I was like in and out of the match periodically because I was still getting home from work, whatnot. But the stuff I did catch, it was entertaining. You know, the 8-man tag on SmackDown was entertaining. This was entertaining, but
yeah, I mean, I thought Lucha House Party carried the majority of the work, to be honest. They were doing all the cool spots and stuff, and then you had Morrison do the Spanish fly off the top rope with Metalik. Cool.
Yeah, that was dope.
There wasn't really much to say about the match other than it was kind of decent. It wasn't blow me away crazy, but I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I know you only caught part of it, so.
No, I get it.
Do you have a star rating, or do you want to just leave it since you only caught part of it?
I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
Then next up, we had R-Truth versus MVP, except not really. MVP brought out Bobby Lashley to take his place, and yeah, Bobby Lashley just squashed R-Truth. Squash match, 1 out of 5 star. The only thing it really did is set up R-Truth to go after Gronkowski, which seems to be what they're doing now, is they're going to have R-Truth hunt down Rob Gronkowski, which I'm assuming it's because WWE is hoping that they can get some content and do like kind of a joint thing with the NFL, hopefully, is what they're hoping. Bobby just kind of destroyed R-Truth, so I guess it makes Bobby look good.
Tom Brady's not the champion?
No. Yeah, I was like, some people are probably genuinely confused because they don't know who the fuck has the 24/7 title half the time. So they're probably like, wait, did Tom Brady beat Gronk? I was like, yeah, I get the joke. R-Truth's slow. For a title like that, you can't really joke around with who's the champion because we don't know. Like, if I didn't know Gronkowski won it at WrestleMania, I wouldn't know at this point who was 24/7 champion.
This is very true. And if you don't like keep up, you're like, wait, what?
It made me question. I was like, wait, did Rob do like a TikTok or something where Tom beat him? Like, wait, no, it's just R-Truth being R-Truth. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was a squash match. I'm assuming you give it a 1.
Yeah, it was just I don't get it.
I didn't need to be on this, but I guess it didn't really need to be on the pre-show either. I don't know why we needed this match. Bayley versus Tamina. SmackDown Women's title match. I'm going to let you go first before I talk about it this time.
Bruh, that match was actually fudging good. I was watching that until the ending, and I was like, oh my God, like Tamina and Bayley, like, they got good like chemistry. I was like, oh, and that one part when they were on the outside, and Bayley, she hits the bottom rope. She comes back to Timmy and she clotheslines her. Holy shit! A fudge! I love that. I love that part.
Oh yeah, I know what spot you're talking about, where she like picked her up and threw her off the rope. Yeah, that was sick. I love that spot.
Bayley, you shouldn't be drinking water after people right now, man.
As far as my thoughts on it, I thought it was a good match. Didn't think it was as bad as it out to be on Twitter. A lot of people were shitting on Tamina and saying that she wasn't that great. I mean, she wasn't blow me away, Kenny Omega 5-star match crazy, but neither is Bayley. Bayley's not really that type of person either. We haven't seen her do that since NXT. This match was just kind of good. It wasn't amazing. It was kind of middle of the road good. I thought it was better than all the matches previously. I gave it a 3 out of 5, which is what I give the SmackDown Tag Title match, but I do think this is a little bit better, so maybe I'll change it to like a 3.5 out of 5, but I don't really like doing the decimal thing. 3.5 out of 5. What star rating do you give it?
I can be the same. 3, anywhere between 3.5.
The most devastating move in all sports entertainment. Yeah, Bayley went with a roll-up.
It makes sense. I enjoy it.
I mean, yeah, Bayley's a chicken shit heel. Universal title match.
Yeah,
We have Braun versus Bray, and then, oh my God, how much was going on in this match. You had the puppets.
Yeah.
You had Bray talking to himself, or the voices in his head or whatever. You had kind of like mini promos throughout the match, which I hated for WrestleMania, but I thought worked great in this match. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if that was just me being sour on WrestleMania or something, but I thought it worked great on this match. They didn't overdo it. For comparison, the Charlotte match at Mania with Rhea was annoying. The little promos she kept cutting in the middle of the match I thought were awful, and they were just annoying and made me want to like stop watching. But Bray's little promos and Braun's little promos during this match were great. I loved it.
They worked well together. The thing that caught me the most was when Braun just like, he fucking Vince McMahon's WrestleMania 19 himself. He goes, the sheep mask. He came up from and was like, he rose up with the sheep mask on. I was like, oh shit, he got the sheep mask back in the day, man.
I like the sheep mask stuff. I like the puppet stuff too. I like that it was Bray and not the Fiend, which is what we were talking about in the predictions video. It just worked so much better that it was Bray. I hope this is setting up for the Fiend eventually beating Braun, because I think they could go from this story. Fiend thinks that Bray is too emotionally connected to Braun maybe, and he couldn't finish Braun off, so now the Fiend has to come in and take the reins and take out Braun himself. So I think that's the perfect storyline to go with. Whether or not the Fiend will beat Braun, I don't know. I would have the Fiend beat Braun, honestly, get his win back from his loss to Goldberg, and then like you could always have Braun beat the Fiend later. I gave this match a 4 out of 5. I thought it was the best match on the card so far being the key word. I like that there were no screwy finishes like we predicted. We both thought this was going to end in a DQ in some form or another, but it didn't. It was a clean win for Braun. He cleanly beat Bray. Not much else to say for me. What's your star rating?
I agree. 4 out of 5. It was a banger ass of a match, man. I liked the ending when Braun just took the sheep mask off and power slammed him. I thought he was gonna power slam him on the sheep mask, but his foot kind of kicked it, so I was like, that would have been cool. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Wyatt family fan. I'm a big Braun. I'm a big Bray fan. So this chemistry, this character storyline match, I freaking loved it. Also, my boy Tobuscus the Pig was in ringside, and dude, what the hell, man? This match was awesome.
What did you think about, because I saw a bunch of people freaking out because fans do that. I don't want to call them derogatory terms like I saw some people doing where they were like, oh, fucking AEW marks. But what did you think about them showing Luke Harper or Brody Lee, as he's known now, on WWE television? Because they kind of slightly did it. It wasn't a big deal, but they did it in the hype package for the match.
I mean, I'm all for it. If they're a former WWEian, just fucking say it. Not a champion over the world. Is an intercontinental champion. Like, I'm all for it. It's history. You can't erase people from history. If it's part of the WWE, do it. What's your opinion?
I don't have a problem with it. Like, it's kind of weird from a WWE standpoint to show somebody that's being featured this month in the competition's world title match on your television show, but it was for a split second. Completely different from how people were making it out to be. It was literally a blink and you missed it type thing. I don't understand why people make a big deal out of these things. It's like, yeah, Brody Lee used to work for WWE and he was Luke Harper. This is public knowledge. You don't have to freak out every time they do it. When people were freaking out because later on in the big match, they showed the picture of Roman Reigns on the wall and they're like, oh, so they're not erasing them? It's like, you think they're gonna fucking take this giant mural off the wall at WWE headquarters just for the sake of this show?
Yes.
At this point, if they were to erase Roman, since he's came out publicly and said why he's not working, it would be a travesty for WWE, and they would lose so much fan base and so much viewership from taking somebody away that's staying away for their children.
For the kids!
Especially for a company like WWE that's for the kids. Now it's time for the Money in the Bank match. Still not really sure how we should talk about this, so I guess let's cover the women first, and then at the point where the women and men meet, we can talk about that. But let's talk about the women, then we'll say who won the women's ladder match, and then we'll go to the men, so on and so forth.
You're forgetting the WWE title.
I'm not forgetting Seth Rollins. Oh, wait, yeah, I am, because I don't care. Back to the WWE title match at hand. Yes, I guess I will talk about Seth Rollins this time. We have Drew versus Seth, and Drew picks up the win. Okay, now the Money in the Bank title.
Yeah, that's basically all that happened. Also, Rollins' new theme, no more burn it down tweets.
I missed it because I was washing all this shit out.
It's kind of like a remix of Bailey's.
Oh, I don't like Bailey's. Bailey's sounds like the intro to like an anime. I'll try to check it out on Raw if I can. If he's on Raw, I'll probably turn it on just to hear it or something. Or if it's on YouTube by now, probably I'll go check it on there. The match I thought was great. This was the match I was talking about earlier, and I was putting emphasis on the Braun match, that it was the best match so far. I thought this was better. I thought the Drew versus Seth match was my favorite match. I thought it was great. There's just so much good work between McIntyre and Rollins. You're into spots and shit. You would probably like the Universal title match better because they had a lot of cool stuff they did. Yeah. I mean, they had cool stuff in this match, but it was mostly kept into the ring and mostly just them going at it. I gave it a 4 out of 5, along with the Universal title match. I give them both 4s. I do think this one was slightly better. I'm not going to give it a 4.5 because I don't think it was that much better.
I give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was a really good match.
I'm trying to save my 5 for everybody wondering, what is a 5? I guess we should address what is a 5. What would we give a 5? A 5 for me, I want to save for the really good matches, the classics. I don't want to give out my 5 stars to anything that I'm just oh, that was the best match of the night, 5 stars. So I want to kind of save my 5 stars. So this getting a 4 is really, really good.
Yep.
For me. You gave it a 4.5. So we're both saying this was the best match of the night, and it was amazing. High praise from us, such respected wrestling journalists.
Yes. With
an 11-year-old YouTube channel that only has 188 subscribers. Yeah, you have anything else to say before we move on to the Money in the Bank match? I know Seth's your boy, so you usually have some stuff.
Yeah, I thought he brought it out. Like I said in the preview, I didn't think if he lost this match, he would be fine. Obviously, he got a new theme, so he's even better. I thought it was very interesting at the end that he shook his hand. I was like, oh, are they planting a seed somewhere down the road, or they're just showing that Drew McIntyre is the new guy? I thought they brought it all, man. The fact that Drew brought the Future Shock DDT out for this match, Pop-Tart for that, Rollins doing his frog splash, hitting the curb stomp. Solid match, man. I flipped out when the curb stomp happened. I was like, oh my God, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They didn't do it.
I love the fact they brought the Future Shock out. As far as the handshake goes, I don't know what to think of that. I don't necessarily think they're going to turn Seth face, but it could be interpreted that way. I think it was you're saying, it was just kind of Seth being you're the guy now.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't think you turn him face. And I don't think that's what they're doing. I think that's being misinterpreted by some people, and I think you're right about it being just a respect thing and being yeah, you're the man now, you beat me, cool, I'm gonna leave you alone and you can go feud with whoever else now. I think that's what it was. It was kind of this is the end of the feud, cool, next person.
Back to the tag division, Seth.
Get back to the tag titles with the other guy that looks like that guy in Forgotten Sons that we keep forgetting we have and we could put on TV. Okay, but seriously, this time it's time for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Like I said before, we're going to talk about the women's first, and then we'll talk about the men's. So let's just come out and say it, since it's probably our thumbnail. Asuka won the Money in the Bank for the women's. Now that I'm here, it's really hard to think about how to talk about this match. So they started the WWE had started in the lobby. They kind of had the men and women in different areas. The men were in the locker room. The women were in the actual lobby, I guess. And then Asuka kind of made her way to the elevator before everyone else. So she went up in the elevator alone. There was a really cool spot of them trying to pry the elevator doors open, and Asuka's just screaming and going nuts. Oh, and then on top of that, I forgot, she started off the match by jumping off of like second level of the lobby. Like there was a little level above the lobby that she could climb up onto the railing and jump off. So she started the match off that way. Then she got to the elevator. Then they tried to pry her out. And then from there, it was just kind of chaos. And they were just all over the headquarters. You had Dana Brooke think she won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Turns out, as Steph told her, they were in the, what did she call it? Money in the Bank conference room or something. And it was just a clear Money in the Bank briefcase with stacks of money in it. And for some reason, she decided she didn't want that and wanted the actual Money in the Bank briefcase that just has a title shot in it.
I mean, I was right then. Like, hell, she grabbed the Money Bank briefcase.
But she left it. That has like money in it. Who cares about your stupid title shot? Just take that and leave. You don't even have to work that hard for it. Like, Vince just leaves giant clear briefcases full of money laying around headquarters? Is that how this works?
I mean, half the shit in the headquarters is just like, what?
Yeah, half of it was like, what is going on? Carmella was kind of doing a lot of moonwalking and was really annoying because you could hear it squeaking and like stuffing on the carpet, and I was just like, oh, please stop. Was it Carmella that hit her with the picture, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, because she hit her with the picture and she went, Mella is money.
And I'll let you take it from here because I don't want to talk the whole time.
God, what happened after here? Damn.
They went to the food fight.
That's right, they had a food fight. I mean, and then Shayna Baszler choked out Rey Mysterio. Like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, poor Ray, we'll get onto this in the minutes, but he got compacted by Nia Jackson Otis. Like, what the hell? And then they had a food
shit.
That
shit looked like that hurt.
Yeah, damn. The MVP of this match was freaking Lacey Evans with her women's right. Like, after every corner, you just see, oh, like, oh, yeah, damn.
Yeah, it was like every time they turned a corner, she was just like, pah!
I was like, damn. That one she did. Was it either Asuka or I don't know? She did it to someone on the ground, and she was like, "You nasty." I was like,
I think it was Carmella. No, it was Carmella. I think.
Okay,
but maybe I'm probably wrong. I don't know. There's so many people in this match.
It was. And
she did it to somebody. Oh, and then the spot with the mop, the janitor in Asuka.
Oh, that is right. And then fucking Dana slipped. Oh, I feel so bad for her. She's so.
So basically, if you didn't watch, Asuka ran into a janitor. So this whole time they meet so the men and women meet in the, I guess, cafeteria area. I don't know what it was, where Heyman was eating like a feast by himself. So Otis starts a food fight by throwing something. It was like rice and like maybe potato salad and a couple other things like into Heyman's face. He starts food fight. Then kind of people scatter. Asuka escapes. Asuka goes and finds a janitor. The whole time, nobody knows how to get to the roof. So Asuka finds this janitor and she starts screaming in Japanese at the janitor about the roof. And the janitor's like, and then she takes the mop, throws it, and kind of whiffs at Shayna with it, and then she escapes and they all chase her. Then you see Dana Brooke rounding the corner all by herself trying to catch up to the pack, and she just like slips onto the wet floor and just slides, and like that's pretty much the last you see of Dana Brooke for the rest of the match.
Damn, that is. God, so sad.
Yeah, we both thought that she was going to be the dark horse, and we thought that she was going to win. Like, my prediction was Asuka, so I got that one right at least. We both thought that they would go with Dana Brooke, and they turned out they are definitely not going to anytime soon go with Dana Brooke.
No.
She was completely in that to just be made fun of. I kind of felt bad for her because I'm like, I know she's not like amazing, but I was like, she didn't really deserve that. And you had us make it all the way to the rooftop. Asuka gets there first.
Yep.
I don't remember who else comes next. I think Lacey,
Nia,
and then maybe Carmella, and then Shayna.
No, Shayna and Carmella got taken out.
Oh yeah, Shayna never made it.
Yeah,
that's right. Shayna never made it to the rooftop because people were mad about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. So Shayna never made it to the rooftop. She never had a chance to go for the briefcase because she just never made it up there. You said Mella didn't either?
No, it was just
Nia and Asuka.
Nia, Asuka, Lacey Evans.
Okay, so yeah, Nia, Asuka, Lacey Evans made it to the top. They kind of like feud over the briefcase for a little bit. Corbin's the only man up there at the time, I believe. Corbin climbs the climbs the ladder to get the briefcase. Asuka's also getting the briefcase. For some reason, Corbin's like, no, stop, don't grab the briefcase, stop that. stop that. And then Asuka just slaps the shit out of him and then grabs the briefcase and wins the match. I didn't understand the whole reason for Corbin. Like, I get the reason, like, I get the booking reason, but the kayfabe reason, why would Corbin want to stop Asuka from grabbing the briefcase? Because he can't win the women's either. Like, he can't win both briefcases.
I guess because he's a cheap heel and he wanted the briefcase as soon as possible, because if he waits at the bottom while she's doing that, here comes Otis or someone else who's going to beat the shit out of him.
I mean, I guess. I mean, Corbin was up there by himself for a while until Asuka slapped the shit out of him. Okay, then the men's. Do you want to take the men's?
All of them in the freaking lobby, in the locker room. They all go out their little separate ways.
Start in the weight room.
I think Otis puts the weight bells on AJ, and then AJ asks Ray for help, and he's like, no.
Yeah, he goes, that's loco. And then he walks away.
I think he went to, like, near the bathroom. All of a sudden, you see Brother Love. I love you.
Oh, yeah, and Corbin smashed a mirror in the weight room. He, like, threw a weight through the mirror and then kind of was, like, freaked out, it looked like, for a second. He smashes the weight room mirror. Then Corbin leaves. Then Otis puts the weights on AJ. Yep. AJ asks Ray for help, and Ray's like, that's loco. Then they get to the part where you're talking about with Brother Love, where Ray runs into Brother Love in the bathroom. Then they eventually get to the spot where they show Doink knock off Doink the Clown for some reason. For absolutely no reason, Doink was there. A version of Doink, not the actual Doink. He's no longer alive. Then after that, they had the food fight, I think, right? Then they went to Vince's office. Vince's office in the food fight.
It was something before that. AJ got free, and he was looking.
Oh, yeah.
So AJ's looking for Ray, and all of a sudden you just see this big-ass picture of The Undertaker, and AJ's like, no. Then he continues looking for Ray. And then he opens a door that has like a casket. And he's like, oh no. Then it passes back to the Boneyard match. And he's like, oh, it shows him getting choke slammed. So he got PTSD. It's crazy. And then Aleister Black kicks him in through the casket room, then shuts the door.
Why does headquarters have a room themed by The Undertaker? It's just blue light plays The Undertaker's theme song 24/7 with a coffin in it. Is that where The Undertaker lives?
Why was Brother Love there? I love you.
Do all old WWE gimmicks just live at the headquarters? Is that where they go? It's like a nursing home for old wrestlers?
I mean, you saw who was in the office. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, then we get on to Vince. So AJ and Brian battle their way into this office. And you see them fighting, and you see this guy sitting at his desk, and he's kind of got his back turned, but you see the back of his head. Then he just kind of turns around and stands up, and it's Vince. He's just like, get out. And they're like, I'm sorry, sir. And then they like kind of nervously put the chairs back after they messed them up.
Right there. They missed an opportunity for Vince to just go crazy.
Talk about Vince's office.
Yeah.
How it was dinosaur themed. I mean, that dinosaur looked so lifelike just standing there. Like, he was literally right there. And then he was like, get out. And I was like, damn, that's an old ass dinosaur. And then I was like, oh shit, that's Vince. And then I was like, that's a nice T-Rex skull on the wall though.
That T-Rex skull is in the video games. When you go into Vince's office, it's on the wall. So
it's weird. Like, his office is so weird. Like, I expected it to be more extravagant, but I like the T-Rex skull.
And then after he tells him to get out, he put hand sanitizer on.
Yeah, he was like,
who does this?
That man knows how to wash his hands. No wonder he's not scared of COVID-19. I think that either was before or after the food fight. So we'll talk about the food fight, I guess, because we don't know what order it went in anymore. This match was such a jumbled mess, but like in the best way. Otis walks up, sees Heyman eating, kind of, I don't know, just starts like food fight, and then you have like this epic music playing. All the people are battling, like you said. Shayna chokes out Ray, then Nia and Otis bulldoze him. I mean, compactor him, not bulldoze him. And then from there, everyone's just fighting. From there, everyone just starts breaking off and doing their own thing. That might have been when the Daniel Bryan AJ thing with Vince happened. I'm not sure. But skip fast forward to the rooftop, and we have Corbin, like we said first. Then you fast forward a little bit more, and Corbin fucking throws Rey Mysterio off the roof. You called that. And then he proceeds to throw your pick also off the roof off the roof as like a middle finger to you. Like, yeah, you might have predicted Ray going off the building, but fuck you. Here goes Aleister Black to you.
I was like, what? I was like, one after another, too.
I can't believe they did that. Like, I was so sure they might give Aleister Black a chance, and then they threw him off the building. And I was like, well, there goes that. He's probably not coming back. Corbin just murdered 2 men.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, eventually it gets to Corbin and AJ are battling at the top of the ladder. They both have the briefcase. AJ unhooks it while keeping a hand on it. Corbin's like screaming no, and they're tugging back and forth. Then, out of nowhere, and you can take it from here because it's your boy.
My boy Elias. Freaking comes in, whacks the shit out of Corbin with the guitar. He falls off. AJ stumbles with the briefcase, falls out, and all of a sudden, it lands in the arm of... Yeah! Otis is your 2020 Men's Money in the Bank winner. What?
I didn't see that coming by any means.
The man who could not get on the ladder because every time he stepped on a ring, it would break.
Yeah, that was a point they made. Every time he stepped on one of the rungs, it broke, so he couldn't climb the ladder.
I thought they were going to get the Big Show ladder out. I was like, hey.
I thought that's what they were going to do, too. I was like, he's going to have his own ladder, and he's going to bring it out. They have, like, food or something all over it. I don't know. They were going to do something funny with it. But then they do this, and I'm like, that is the most. Not in a bad way, because I don't think it's terrible. I think it's terrible for what's going to happen to Otis. But it's the most, like, Hogan and TNA booking I have ever seen. Like, oh no, Velvet Sky dropped the briefcase, and now Cody Deaner is the #1 contender to the Knockout Women's Championship. Like, so shit like that. Like, that's what it felt like to me. Overall, with Otis and Asuka winning, I gave the Money in the Bank match a 3 out of 5 because there was some things I didn't like, some things I did like better. As far as I could divide this up, which I can't, I think I would have liked the women's match more than the men's, but it's really hard to divide it up because they both meshed together. So I just decided to give them a 3 out of 5 overall. As far as the winners, I think Asuka makes perfect sense, and I think is a great choice. Otis, on the other hand, I don't know what they're going to do with him. At first, initially was like, oh, fuck this shit. But then I was like, I mean, Otis kind of deserves it. He's done the same thing Asuka has done, where he's carried the entire show with him. Asuka and Otis on SmackDown have made the entire show entertaining. So, like, yeah, he deserves it. But at the same time, I don't want to see what's going to happen when he catches in on possibly Braun or The Fiend or whoever, because you know that's just going to immediately kill Otis. And I want them to somehow figure out a way where Otis loses the briefcase and he doesn't have to face The Fiend. Like, maybe have him lose it to, like, I don't know. He's feuding with Ziggler now. That doesn't really make sense for Ziggler to win it, but whatever. Have him lose it at some point to somebody else and have them either win the title loss is what I think they should go with. Just because, like, I don't think that Otis could be WWE champ right now, but it could be entertaining, I guess. But I don't want him to beat The Fiend, and I don't want him to beat Braun. So maybe if you let, like, Corbin or somebody in there, what do you think?
There's only one man that Otis can beat for the Universal Championship. You know who that man is? That man is Goldberg! Goldberg!
If he beats Goldberg, oh my God, you're going to give that fucking, like, 5 out of 5 stars.
Goldberg, listen to me real quick. Goldberg comes back for SummerSlam, beats whoever the Universal Champion is. He's all, and all of a sudden, Otis comes out. Bada boom, bada bing, Universal Champion right there.
So we got to jot this down right now, this little timestamp. At 11:01 p.m. on Sunday, May 10th, the Boss Fiend has predicted that Otis will beat Goldberg for the Universal Championship. Got it.
Yep. And if not,
at SummerSlam. Gotta type that one in.
And if not, fuck it. They had Jinder Mahal as WWE champion.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would have, like, when Santino was in the chamber, I would have liked for Santino to win and lose the next night. Like, something like that is cool. Like, if he wins and loses the next night, whatever. But I don't want them to have a failed attempt.
Oh, true. I agree. But damn.
What is your overall star rating for the Money in the Bank match? 5. I thought it was great.
Oh, dude.
I just didn't like the food fight thing. I thought that was a little bit too much, but it played towards a certain audience, so I'll accept it. and I didn't really like Otis winning. So those things brought it down for me. I picked Corbin. Don't like Corbin. But I think if Corbin would have won, it would have made sense. I wouldn't have been happy that he won and I was right, but Corbin would have made sense to me, so I would have understood it. Alistair would have been the guy I wanted to win, but he got thrown off the roof. So as soon as he got thrown off the roof, I was kind of like, I don't know where this is going now. Then I saw AJ and Corbin battling, and I was like, okay, so they went for the obvious ones. And then they dropped the case to Otis, and I was like, what is happening? What's your overall rating? I guess grade, not rating. What's your grade for Money in the Bank overall? A, B, C, D, F. You can do plus and minus if you want to.
A. I enjoyed the living shit out of this pay-per-view. There's only one match I didn't really care about, but it was a squash match. Blah, blah, blah. Holy shit, they're doing something out of their ass here. This is better than WrestleMania.
I enjoyed it a whole lot more than WrestleMania. Originally, I was giving it a C+, but then I was kind of looking through my rating, and I was like, this doesn't really equal up to a C+, so I'm going to give it like a B or a B- area, B-B, something around there. I thought it was good. I liked it. I thought it was better than WrestleMania, but WrestleMania was 2 nights, and I thought night 2 for WrestleMania, like I said in the WrestleMania review, was way better, and I still think night 2 might be better than Money in the Bank. Not sure, but pretty sure at the same time that I think it's better. Money in the Bank was great, though. I don't think it was bad. I think Money in the Bank, for the most part, is exciting every year because of the Money in the Bank match. But the Money in the Bank match this year was a corporate ladder match, which was really weird and unique. And I really want to see more of this style of match. Like, I really like how WWE is doing everything so far with their special match type, not necessarily with what they're doing on a week-to-week basis, but when they have the chance to do something like a graveyard match or something like a Firefly Funhouse match or this corporate ladder match, I think it's a good idea. And I think if everything's still happening the way it is when it comes to Hell in a Cell, that could be interesting, but I don't think we'll make it that far. Hopefully we won't make it that far, but if we do, that would be interesting.
Because I don't think they could put that Hell in a Cell in Performance Center. I think that'd be way too
No, but they could do something, like maybe like put it on the roof of the corporate building or something. I don't know. They could do something. I guess that's it. This was a short-ass pay-per-view, but I kind of wanted to talk in depth about everything, so we didn't have a short-ass video. I think we did pretty good. I mean, there's not much else to add. Do you have anything else to add?
No, but Otis is the Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm happy about that. He's getting some peach tonight, if you know what I'm saying. He's getting some of his peach Mandy Rose tonight.
Yeah, you can follow us at all the little places that you see splattered everywhere. We got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. We don't have anything else. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like the video, comment, #2crazy, as the boss Pean said in the prediction video. Share. That is the best thing you can do. If you follow us on Twitter, make sure you retweet. If you don't follow us on Twitter, go ahead and follow us. Like I said, follow us everywhere. This has been Sir Squirrels. This has been, I don't know which side you're on.
Yeah, boss. I've been the Crazy Show. You guys stay safe out there. Have a good night.
Okay, this proves it. We don't need 3-hour shows anymore.